Hey, what up? My name's Sammy and welcome back to A Good Chew. Today I'm making CRULLERS, a deep fried choux pastry donut with a wicked glaze. Let's go.
Okay, first up I'm going to make the pâte à choux or choux pastry. In a pot, bring 115 grams of butter, 120 grams of water, 120 grams of milk and a tablespoon of sugar to the boil. When it comes up to a gentle boil, move off the heat and stir in 130 grams of plain flour along with half a teaspoon of salt. Move back onto the heat, stirring vigorously until it all comes together into a smooth ball and leaves a thin film on the bottom of the pan. Transfer this to a plate and spread it flat. Then cover it tightly with cling film and put this in the fridge until it's cold. Spreading it flat helps it cool down quicker because you increase the surface area. When it's cold, transfer it to a large bowl. Now the next bit can be done with an electric mixer, but for some reason I chose to do this by hand, and as you'll see it's a bit arduous. Whisk in 3 eggs and half an egg white in batches, whisking until fully incorporated before cracking in another egg. If you try and add them in all at once, the mix will split and then you'll have to start all over again. When all the eggs have been added, continue to whisk for a minute or as long as your muscles can stand it. It should be nice and smooth. Transfer this to a piping bag with a large star tip and push it all the way to the bottom. Then leave that in the fridge for 15 minutes. While that's chilling, cut out 12 squares of baking paper roughly 10 centimeters on each side. Then brush them with oil and arrange them on a baking sheet or two. After 15 minutes, we can pipe out the pastry onto the papers. When they're all piped, use your finger dipped in a little water just to neaten up the area where the piping bag was pulled away. Again, we can now chill these in the fridge for another 15 minutes. Let's make the glaze now. This is basically the same style of glaze that you get on a Krispy Kreme donut, and it's so easy to make. Combine 300 grams of icing sugar, 70 grams of milk, and half a teaspoon of salt in a bowl and whisk until glossy and no lumps remain. That's it. We can now start heating 1.5 litres of high heat oil for frying. I go through some good tips and procedures for deep frying on my Scotch egg video. I'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to check them out. We want to be frying at around 180 degrees, so when the oil is up to temperature, take them out of the fridge and fry 2 or 3 at a time. Add them in with a paper, and after a minute it can be removed. Fry for 3 to 5 minutes or until they've puffed up and turned a lovely golden brown, then transfer to a wire rack over a baking sheet. Repeat this with all of them, then leave them to cool down fully before glazing. To glaze, simply dip them in it and give it a little spin, and then when you pull them out, just let a bit of the excess drain off before flipping over. Leave them on the wire rack again so all the excess drips off. The glaze needs to set and harden a little before digging in, if you can wait that long. So that's how to make crullers. These little guys are a lovely little treat, perfect for breaking the endless lockdown blues. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please consider subscribing if you're not already. What's your favourite donut? Let me know down in the comments. Cheers!